After a month of speculation and waiting, the Supreme Court is finally addressing some of the nation's most prominent issues, notably affirmative action, voting rights, and same-sex marriage. Yesterday, the court sidestepped the affirmative action issue featured in the Fisher versus the University of Texas case by voting 7-1 to yield the case back to the lower courts. This case, of course, chronicles the story of Abigail Fisher, a 2008 applicant to the university who claims that her application was rejected solely based on her race. Now, of course, advocates of diversity on college campuses will certainly be tracking this case as it goes down to the lower courts. But as seen in the posters on the Supreme Court today, the question that we're all waiting for seems to be same-sex marriage. The court will release decisions on 2 same-sex marriage cases, particularly Windsor versus the United States, which will then analyze DOMA, or the Defense of Marriage Act, and its definition of marriage as one between one woman and one man, and to see whether that actually disqualifies same-sex couples from receiving equal benefits under law. The other case, of course, will be Hollingsworth versus Perry, which then aims to critically define the definition of marriage under California. Now, this all comes after a recent CNN poll reporting that up to 50% of Americans do not believe the Supreme Court is actually ruling justly. Whether these cases will augment or eventually damage the Americans' perception of the federal judicial system is up to see. At the Supreme Court, Stephanie Rigizadeh, interning for CBS News.